Stanley took the door on his left to go back to them, and so the two of them detoured through the maintenance section and walked straight ahead to the opposite door.
Hi friends, I'm Papa Nick. Welcome back to the Stanley Parable Ultra Deluxe, or Stanley Parable 3 or 4 at this point. I've lost track.
Oh, good Stanley. I'm
so
glad
sorry.
You found
I
your
forgot
way
to
here.
introduce
I knew you'd
Richard.
find this place eventually.
Okay. Richard the Bucket. What have we found here?
You see, your friends and I are concerned for you, Stanley. We've come together here because we care about you very much. It's this bucket you're carrying around everywhere. The bucket isn't even from the original Stanley Parable. It's just sequel content. We're the ones that matter, Stanley. Classic characters from the first game, like the Adventure Line and the Broom Closet. Because that's what fans want from a sequel. They want more of their favorite jokes, not this bucket that they've never seen before. Yes, I know I'm the one who gave you the bucket, but you're spending too much time with it. Don't you want another story involving the Adventure Line?
It's my bucket!
We could make the Adventure Line go somewhere new. Yes, yes, that's what the fans want. Let's do it.
Richard, don't listen to them.
Look at that wacky line. Who knows where it'll go off to next? Oh, and it played some silly music as well.
Richard, don't listen. You're the best.
Now this is what the Stanley Parable is all about. Don't you remember all those great jokes from the original dialogue?
Also, Stanley is addicted to drugs and hookers.
Yes. It's as classic now as it was back then. Let's do it for the fans, Stanley. Let's give them more content exactly like this. But if we want to do that, you're going to have to give something up.
Like what? I mean, I can't. I won't give up Richard. I will not put down
Don't you get it, Stanley?
Richard.
We need to get rid of the bucket. That's why I'm very proud to introduce a brand new character.
No.
This
No.
is the Bucket Destroyer.
No.
I think it'll make a wonderful new addition to the rich lore of the Stanley Parable.
No.
True, it also was not in
No.
the original game, but it's such a well-fleshed-out character with so much personality that to me it already feels as though it's been part of the cast all along. Don't you agree? Can you guess what the Bucket Destroyer does? Surely you don't need me to spell it out for you. Go ahead now, Stanley. Say goodbye to the bucket.
No.
And then pop it into the machine when you're ready.
No. I will not let Richard get crushed.
Now listen to me. It's crucial that you give it the bucket. I don't know what the Bucket Destroyer will do if it can't destroy your bucket. Destroying buckets is all it knows. That
Tough.
is its singular personality trait. Sure, I can hear you saying, how does a character with only one personality trait deserve to join the pantheon of beloved Stanley Parable characters? Well, you see, if you
That
were
does
to
not
really
make sense.
explore
All right.
the Bucket Destroyer, you would see that its desire to crush buckets is so densely loaded with complexity and nuance that it's really like 10 personality traits. What other object in this game can you even say that about? The Broom Closet? Certainly not. I wonder what sort of Bucket Destroyer merchandise the fans will be clamoring for after this. Okay, the Bucket Destroyer is getting very upset now. You'll have to hurry and feed it. We can't get back to the classic Stanley Parable characters like the Adventure Line or the Bucket Destroyer until you crush that damn bucket. Quickly now, the fans are waiting. Do it, the fans, Stanley. Give the fans what they want. Hurry
I'd
and
rather die.
The Bucket Destroyer, my prized creation. You had so much potential. We were going to do such marvelous things with you, tell such spellbinding stories about you. All of it squandered now. Goodbye, new friend. For the moment in time that you were here, you were magnificent.
Okay. Moving on. The Stanley Parable 5. Alright, I gotta choose a new title. Crocodile Computer Virus. Love it. Love it. Welcome back to the Stanley Parable 5 Crocodile Computer Virus.
This is the story of a man named...
Click. Right.
All of his co-workers were gone. What could it mean?
Whoa, sensitivity, calm down. What happened? What happened, sensitivity? You were being fine until I did that
Stanley
thing.
decided to go to the meeting room. Perhaps he had simply missed a memo.
Bucket, I feel like we've been hanging out a little bit too much lately. Yeah, you're staying here, I guess. No new content. Ooh, but new content with the bucket? Wait a minute, but hold on, I'm confused. I already had access.
Not everyone is so lucky to have a bucket, but Stanley is a very lucky fellow.
It's true.
Very lucky.
So wait, hold on. If I go to the crappy new content...
New content? What does that mean?
But I have the new...
content.
I have the new content in my hand. So how's this going to shake out? Because this is new content, but with the new already new. What is happening?
Hello, and thank you for playing the Stanley Parable Ultra Deluxe.
You're welcome.
As you may know, the Stanley Parable was a video game released in 2013 on home computers.
I remember this part. You told me.
After receiving critical and commercial success, it was expanded upon in 2022 with the Stanley Parable Ultra Deluxe, a reimagining of the game for consoles and home computers. The Stanley Parable Ultra Deluxe features exciting new content that broadens and expands the world of the Stanley Parable, delighting audiences the world over. Please, step inside and see what thrilling new adventures await in the Stanley Parable Ultra
So,
Deluxe.
what I'm wondering is how is this
This
possibly
sounds
affected by the
delightful.
bucket?
I'm very excited to see the thrilling new Ultra Deluxe content. Wait, Stanley. I've just now realized. That bucket you're holding,
Oh.
it's the bucket I've been working on for my sequel. How did you get your hands on it? Isn't this the preview to the sequel?
Time
You have the
paradox.
bucket already. This makes no sense at all.
Alright.
Hold on. Did I already show you my ideas for the sequel?
Oh.
I don't remember doing that at all. You're seeing things all out of order.
Time paradox.
All right, let's see. It's the jump circle.
Oh, I'm still at 0? Interesting. Okay. This game. Oh, wow.
The infinite hole, the giant door. Did you see them already? Stanley, none of them are ready yet. I'm still developing them. They're not even
your
close to
giant hole
finished. How did they
sucks.
look when you saw them? Were they captivating? Were they exciting? Did they fulfill on the promise of everything that a sequel to Stanley Parable could possibly be? Had I figured out how the hell to make a sequel to this game?
You did not.
Wait, if you're still carrying the bucket around with you, if the bucket is interesting to you, that means I must have made it correctly. Yes, you carrying the bucket with you everywhere is exactly what I set out to accomplish. The bucket is the exciting and captivating new content that I
It
promised.
sure
I did it.
is.
I win. I made a sequel to the Stanley Parable. Yes, the sign is correct. Thank you for enjoying the new content. Thank you for taking the bucket everywhere with you, clinging tightly to the bucket, never letting it go. It means I've won. It means I am victorious over the gamers. It is a sweet salve of victory on my soul. Thank you for enjoying the new content. The bucket is the Stanley Parable now. They are one and the same. There is no Stanley Parable without the bucket. I win, 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 I win.
Oh, okay. Can we go now?
All of his co-workers were gone. What could it mean? Stanley decided to go to the meeting room. Perhaps he had simply missed a memo. It takes a lot of humility to carry a bucket so magnificent. Stanley checked his ego and then proceeded onward. Stanley clutched the bucket tightly to his chest and entered the door on his left. Still no one was here.
No
Stanley needed the
Stanlerines.
bucket's warmth and comfort now more than ever. Perhaps his boss's office was where he'd find answers. Coming to a staircase,
man.
Stanley and the bucket walked upstairs to the boss's office.
Okay, now that's the garage. We've done the garage ending. Okay. I am gonna go up to my boss's office.
Stepping into his manager's office, Stanley was once again stunned to discover not an indication of any human life. Crushed by the weight of this revelation, Stanley may have broken down into an emotional dumpster fire, if not for this. But Stanley guessed the correct code by sheer luck. Was it that the bucket knew all along? Was the bucket guiding him? Yes, this is certainly the most logical explanation. The elevator raced downward, plummeting towards an unknown fate. It would be all Stanley could do to keep himself together, if not for the bucket. Soothing him, comforting him, reassuring that in this darkest moment of uncertainty, he would be all right. The bucket is here for you, Stanley. Everything will be fine. Stanley and the bucket walked straight ahead through the large door that read, Mind Control
Oh
Facility.
man, I think we're running out of content, guys.
Although this passageway had the word escape written on it, the truth was that at the end of this hall, Stanley and the bucket would both meet a violent death.
Don't tell me I've gone through everything new this game
The
has
door
to
behind
offer
them was
already. I
not
feel like it
shut.
was just a bucket.
Stanley and the bucket still had every opportunity to turn around and get back on track. At this point, Stanley and the bucket were knowingly walking forward into a very painful death for each of them.
Down we go.
As the machine whirred into motion and Stanley and the bucket inched closer to their demise, Stanley reflected on how meaningless the bucket's warmth and comfort
been a
had
pleasure,
turned
Richard.
out to be. To be sure, it puts the mind and the soul at ease to embrace the bucket, but what use is a sense of ease when you're about to be crushed to death? This is what Stanley thought to himself, and he sort of kicked himself for wasting so much time carrying a bucket everywhere. Farewell, Stanley.
"Farewell, Stanley," cried the narrator, as Stanley and the bucket were led helplessly into the enormous metal jaws. In a single visceral instant, the bucket's life came to an end, as it was crushed violently to death.
Not dead. Okay. Yes, just like last time. Hello.
It was a shame, the death of such a magnificent bucket. It's true that all buckets are radiant in their own way, but this one stood above the rest. It was a glorious bucket to behold.
The museum is now dedicated to the bucket? Why is the rest of this game about buckets? Welcome to the exhibit. Oh my gosh, really? Okay, let's go.
Can you see how arrogant it was for Stanley to take a bucket like this and to claim it for his own? Can you see the hubris that blinded him? Can you see that the bucket is far more noble than Stanley will ever be in his short life?
Damn, alright. Well, that's... Okay, yeah, buckets, cave drawings, got it.
No man can own a bucket, and certainly not a bucket as dazzling to behold as this one. It is man who should kneel before the bucket.
What is happening? Oh! Oh, you scared me. I thought I was gonna fall. Oh! I touched it.
But there is something we can do. Something we can do together, you and I, that will right this terrible wrong.
No, what?
Let Stanley die. Let him be crushed by the machine. Don't reset the game. Don't give him another opportunity to run off with another beautiful bucket.
No.
We can save the world's buckets from their treatment
So
as tools
mean.
and implements.
You would
if
kill the
only we
bucket?
let Stanley die together. The bucket shall take its place as ruler, as leader, as commander of a new world, a new vision for...
Alright. In terms of endings...
All of his co-workers were
still
gone.
balloons, huh?
What could it mean?
In terms of endings that
Stanley
are,
decided to go to the meeting
you
room.
know, new
Perhaps
to
he
this
had simply
game,
missed a memo.
not the original ones. I think we're almost through them, guys. I think that's almost all of them. I know there's a few endings that I skipped because they were from the old game.
When Stanley came to a set of 2 open doors,
let's just keep
he
going.
entered the door on his left.
See if we can't find anything else. Oh man, should I have brought the bucket?
Yet
I
there was
should have
not
brought
a
the
single
bucket.
person here either. Feeling a wave of disbelief, Stanley decided to go up to his boss's office. Coming to a staircase, Stanley walked upstairs to his boss's office. Stepping in...
Ha! Tricked ya! Tricked ya! Wait, all the doors are back open? Yeah, right. That makes sense. Okay, well, I don't want to play anymore, so I'm just gonna go back to my desk and sit down and do nothing. Yep. Just gonna turn around and call it a day. No more video games. Why is that door open? Whose door is that? Oh man, I think I need a bucket for this. Hold on. Hold on.
Stanley cradled the bucket in a gentle embrace. Protective, yet delicate. Assertive, yet compassionate.
Oh. Right. You are now leaving? Oh. Okay, I think I remember this one, but with the bucket? No. Oh my gosh, it's dark in here. Okay, more stairs. Elevator doesn't work. Oh man, how many floors is this gonna be? What is happening? Come on. Why? Oh, there's no light in this one. Even worse. Oh, there we go. Alright, escape pod. Oh. Alright. Richard, thank you for everything you've done. Shh, shh, shh. It's only for one, Richard. Don't cry. I'll always be here, Richard. Thinking about you. It's okay. It's okay, Richard. You've got to get in, bud. I love you, Dick Bucket. Goodbye. What? Richard? Richard!
And try not to lose this one too, you dolt. Stanley clutched the bucket tightly to his chest and entered the door.
Oh, man. Alright, you got me. You got me.
Still no one was here.
That's a good one.
Stanley needed the bucket's warmth and comfort now more than ever. Perhaps his boss's office was where he'd find out. Coming to a staircase, Stanley and the bucket walked upstairs to the boss's office.
Try not to lose this one. That's funny. Oh, man.
Stepping into his manager's office, Stanley was once again stunned to discover not an
what was it?
indication of any human life. Crushed by the weight of this revelation, Stanley may have broken down into an emotional dumpster fire if not for the soothing presence of the bucket. Even now, in his darkest of hours, did the
what was
bucket's
it?
warmth and guiding light pierce the dark clouds of confusion and chaos. It would be with him always. The bucket would. And he knew it.
I don't
The two of them
remember
were
the number.
At this point, Stanley was so absorbed in the tender spiritual connection he shared with the bucket that he didn't notice the keypad behind the boss's desk. Nor in his bliss of simply being near the bucket did he have any notion that the PIN number for the keypad was 2845. But Stanley guessed the correct code by sheer luck. Was it that the bucket knew all along? Was the bucket guiding him? Yes, this is certainly the most logical explanation.
Alright, let's ride this bad boy down. Oh, really? I'm gonna go back up.
Wait, Stanley said to the bucket. Can we go back up? When I was pressing those keypad buttons, there was something very intriguing about the number 3. I want to go back so I can try pressing the number 3 again. Bucket said nothing.
Come on, Richard. Don't be like that. Okay.
Here we are, said Stanley. Now I'm going to try out that number 3 button. He took the bucket over to the keypad and began absolutely slamming on the number 3 over and over and over. Well, he said, the number 3 is such a special button. I'm having the time of my life. Stanley looked expectantly at the bucket, but the bucket remained silent. After taking some time to show the bucket around the boss's office, Stanley at last went to the... Perhaps the bucket had missed something. Perhaps it had not seen how much joy Stanley got from slamming the number 3 repeatedly.
Okay. I can't though, right? Like, really? Up we go! Again!
No, said Stanley to the bucket. You can't go on yet. Not till you understand how much the number 3 means to me. You and I have been through so much together, and I just want you to see what I see. Feel the happiness I feel. He smiled at the bucket, and the bucket said nothing.
How many times can I redo this one sequence? Okay.
Here we go, said Stanley. This time I'll really show you. He ran to the number 3 and began to wail on it like a musician on a beloved instrument, weaving a concerto of truth and passion. He wielded the number 3 like a fine artist would wield a paintbrush. He told stories through the number 3, stories of his dreams and hopes and fears. And the whole time, he looked to his bucket for a reaction of some kind. Anything to let him know that the bucket appreciated what he was doing. The bucket conveyed absolutely nothing at all, only silence. Crushed by a wave of dejection, Stanley returned to the elevator.
Alright. Dang, I thought we were doing good,
Stanley
Richard.
and the
Is
bucket
everything
were
alright?
so close. They'd always been there for one another. Why suddenly could the bucket not connect with this passion of Stanley's? The
Yeah.
question caused Stanley to ruminate the whole way down the elevator. He knew that there must be a way to get through to the bucket, to communicate fully with his dear friend. Surely there was a solution, mustn't there be?
I've got an idea. You really need to see this number 3.
Said Stanley. I know what to do. I know how to fully express this feeling in my heart. He decided right then and there that he would hold a press conference where he would speak to the public on all matters relating to pressing the number 3 over and over. He would elaborate fully on what the number 3 meant to him and why he felt so
wait a minute.
alive when pressing it.
Wait a minute.
Then the bucket would be able
What's
to
happening?
see his joy through the eyes of others. It would get to see the world react to this discovery of Stanley's. And it would be through the public eye that the bucket would finally understand Stanley's work. For months, he advertised and marketed his press conference, building excitement around it, developing and rehearsing it, until it couldn't be refined a single measure further. When the big day arrived, Stanley was as prepared as he'd ever been for anything in his life. This was it. One last chance to win the bucket over. One opportunity to share a true connection with a loved one.
Yeah.
There was no one here. Nobody had come to the press conference to hear Stanley speak.
What?
To listen to him talk about what it really means to press the number 3 on a keypad over and over.
Aw.
He was unloved, uninteresting, he was a failure. And in that moment, Stanley knew that the bucket would never again take him seriously.
Depressing.
There would be no connection, no deeper understanding. The bucket merely sat there in
Richard,
his arms, indifferent.
We've spent
And so it
much
began that
time
slowly,
together.
over many years, the two of them grew more and more distant. They spoke less and less, neither wishing to state the obvious, that any sense of real respect between them had eroded since that day at the press conference. There would be no more games, no more long conversations about passion and pursuit, only a silence that consumed the space between friends. And Stanley, having for once in his life discovered the warmth and comfort of true companionship, was cast back into the unremarkable normalcy of loneliness.
I have had a lot of heart-wrenching moments in games, but losing Richard will always be the worst one. Guys, I think we're going to end the video there. Thank you so much for watching the Stanley Parable Ultra Deluxe.
All of his
I
co-workers
think this
were
is
gone.
going to be the
What could it
last
mean?
one.
Stanley decided to go to the meeting.
I don't know that there's much more to explore here. I'm sure there's some stuff, but I think we've hit all the sweet notes.
Then go
So,
ahead and press
with
the
that said,
telephone
guys,
button to warp up to
I'm
the
going to
top
leave
of
you
the
with
hill and we can move
probably
on.
what was my
I'll
favorite
just
ending in the
let you know.
series, which I had
Great.
yet to
Well,
include.
I'm very excited to
I hope
show
you enjoy it.
Oh,
Thanks again
heaven.
for watching. If you did like this video, don't forget to
right.
subscribe, like,
Problem
leave
is
comments, etc.,
The
etc.
problem is that you like
Thanks again,
holes
guys.
too much.
Have a good one.
Not normal.
Bye-bye.
A normal person would have said, yep, that's an infinite hole right there, goes on forever till the end of time. Don't need to see it all, but not you. Oh, no, 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 no. You have a weird sort of... Oh. Did the hole seem even shorter to you this time? I couldn't help but feel like you spent a little less time in there than you did before. I mean, admittedly, I didn't make an infinite hole, but I didn't think it was that not infinite. Well, I suppose once again
Not
there's nothing to
infinite?
do here. If you decide you've had enough of the hole, you can hit the teleport button and come join me up above.
Teleport.
Had enough? I'm positively thrilled.
All right, let's get
I
out
really
of
do
here.
have so
Whoop!
much more to show you. And gosh, how could I have guessed? You're back in the hole. If this starts to become a thing where... Wow. Okay. Yes. I'm starting to become extremely certain that the hole is not only not infinite, but that it's growing steadily less and less infinite. I suspect that
Less
I'm starting to
infinite?
hit the point where it's no longer feasible to call the hole infinitely deep, even by the lax overall standards for accountability in marketing. What's going on here? Stanley, I have no explanation for the uncertain nature of the hole's length. Here, let's try something. Let's pop back up to the top, and we'll see if it gets any shorter. Well, there it is. The shame of my lie has come to haunt me. Not only is the hole not infinite, but it's barely even a hole at this point. It's more of a concavity, or even a very aggressive divot.
Aggressive divot, huh? Abu!
How is this still appealing to you? I know you're obsessed with holes, but at this depth, I just can't see this scratching the itch. Oh, who am I to judge?
Okay, let me back
You
up.
just do whatever it is you're here to do and hit the teleport button when you're ready to move on.
Yeah. Yeah? Hello?
Is the, teleport button not working? You sure? Well, I mean,
Yeah, pushing it.
I really don't have an explanation. Still nothing? Well, I suppose there is one thing I can do to fix this. I'm out. Goodbye, Stanley. You couldn't bear to be away from the hole, and now you'll get more time with it than you could ever have asked for. It's a
can't-
win for everyone.
I can't
You
just-
get to be with the hole, I get to do literally anything else.
I can't just crawl out.
Take care, Stanley. I hope you and the hole have a wonderful rest of eternity together.
Well, paper mache with the cigarette butts, maybe? Or can I really not get out? Oh! What was that? Hello? Hello? What is happening? Hello? Oh? Where's this going? Okay. Alright. Well, I guess this is more interesting than nothing happening for eternity. Oh. Goodbye, universe. I'm off to infinity. Of course, I have to change his perspective. Okay. Wow, he's still got like a super low poly face. Okay, how many are there? Okay, just those. Oh. Okay, my perception. Oh. Ah, yeah. Oh, I like these boots. Ah. Chicka chicka. Oh. Okay. Oh. What is happening?
My head's stronger. Now you're no longer.
Change yourself? What? No, what? I don't like that one.
Stanley? Stanley!
No.
Stanley!
No!
Oh, good, you're awake. It seems you had sort of dozed off there, drifting away into dreamland.
Aw.
But we can't have that, Stanley, because this hole is just so darn fascinating that I want you to be wide awake for every
gosh.
second of it. You don't want to miss a second. So how about if I just pop in from time to time and wake you up to keep you really, truly focused on the hole? From the looks of things, you and I will have many, many years here in this hole, and I'm looking forward to all of them. Stay alert, Stanley. I'll be back. Toodle-pip.
I thought you left, man. I was having a good dream or something. I thought we were gonna go again.